Hello, my name is Mark Hewitt, student number W0101543, and this is my EDC3100 presentation. The topic I've chosen to investigate in this presentation is M-learning and M-learning devices in the classroom in today's ICT revolution. M-learning, or mobile learning, is the term that describes students using mobile devices such as iPods, iPhones, iPads or tablets, laptops, mobile phones, and DSs during school lessons. These devices are a part of a student's digital backpack. M-learning devices can be described as devices that are compact, so they can be moved around and carried around by the user, require charging from a power source, have fast access to the internet via broadband, and require software to sync data onto the PC or Mac, for example iTunes for iPod. Have multiple applications and functions within a device, and lastly, M-learning devices have great examples of ubiquity, meaning they could be anywhere at any time. Over the past decade, electronic learning, or e-learning, in schools has evolved, which has progressed education into the 21st century. Yet one aspect of e-learning that has taken many steps forward with educating students is M-learning. M-learning can be integrated into many aspects of the curriculum through multiple KLAs. M-learning devices such as iPads can be utilized in certain KLAs to scaffold students with their reading and writing literacy, and solving math equations and problems in mathematics. Also, M-learning devices give students easy and personal access to vital information of the internet for science or other KLAs. Lastly, M-learning devices can be integrated into lessons to scaffold students with a higher order thinking and communication skills, due to the fact that M-learning such as iPods and laptop devices are initially aimed at entertainment and communications. At this point, I'll now pause the presentation to answer or discuss any questions that you may have. As a pre-service teacher, and as a person that has grown and matured with ICT, I fully support the pedagogies and uses of M-learning devices in the classroom. M-learning devices are devices that are designed to make our lives easier by having such easy access to multiple applications and functions anywhere we go. I support M-learning in schools because having students with simple access to devices that are easy to use, are more relatable to them, and provides them with multiple functions and resources make for a fun yet constructivist approach to learning. Yet on the other hand, there are some issues that relate to M-learning in schools. In some cases, using M-learning devices such as iPods or mobile phones during class times may be considered a distraction for children by their parents, or using these devices may go against any school policies that the school may have, such as theft. Lastly, government funding and the socio-economic statuses of the school may also be considered a hindrance for the use of M-learning devices in schools. One appropriate context to use M-learning devices may include students forming groups, and by using laptops, iPods and software, create, write and record their own podcasts. These podcasts will include the students reflecting on the lesson and collaborating on how they can improve certain areas of the classroom. Teachers can also use these podcasts to receive an insight on how students feel about the classroom environment, and then will be able to collaborate with other teachers to discuss ideas to improve classroom outcomes. It is considered that mobile devices can support mobile computer-supported collaborative learning by providing other means of coordination without attempting to replace any human-human interaction. At this point, I'll now pause the presentation to answer or discuss any questions that you may have. M-learning devices are compact, so they can be carried and moved around by the users. Due to this, managing a classroom that uses M-learning devices will be moderately easy to organize. If each student has their own device, such as a laptop or iPod, they all can work on their assignment or task on their own device individually, at their desks or assigned working areas until it's time to collaborate or present their work. In other cases, certain schools and classrooms have limited amounts of M-learning devices available for students to use. To support this, students will be organized into learning working groups and given one device to work with. According to Queensland law, there are no legal regulations that state M-learning devices can't be used in a classroom environment. Yet, it is how these devices are used in the classroom which brings up ethical issues. In the classroom, it is teachers' responsibility and duty of care to make sure that students are protected and monitored while they're using M-learning devices. These duties may include scaffolding student web searching, making sure that students are searching appropriate websites, making sure that students have appropriate security on their devices, and also making sure that they are conducting themselves with the devices in an appropriate manner. According to the Queensland Studies Authority, it seems apparent that M-learning devices can be incorporated into many essential learnings of the key learning areas such as mathematics and literacy due to the multiple functions and applications that M-learning devices have. Integrating M-learning and ICT into other KLAs can be considered a constructive approach to learning. Lastly, M-learning coincides with the guidelines of teaching ICT. This concludes my EDC3100 presentation on M-learning. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. References can be found at the credits of this presentation. If you have any questions regarding this presentation, we'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching.